All right, I'm going to be covering a topic today which says wealth creation and transfer, which is ownership and distribution. The facilitators gave me this topic and said I must deliver it. I said this is my field and I will do a very good job at it. If you're ready, sir, I'm ready. All right, what is wealth? Let's define wealth. Wealth is the total assets that one has. The total assets a person has, which can be transcended into the future generation. The total asset which you have, remember you have it, but it can be transcended into the future generation. What you have now, can it be transcended into the future generation? What you have now, can you eat it and remain for your generation, and your generation will eat and remain for their generation, and generation will eat? That is wealth. Now I'm going to take you on the examples of wealth. One is wealth of experience and knowledge. The second one is wealth of character, which is wealth of character and reputation. And the third one is financial wealth, which is the one we generally know, and that's why we are here today. Now let's start with the wealth of experience. Now remember, I told you I'm going to be speaking from experience, from the things I have been through. I'm not reading from books. I'm not telling you fiction here. Whatever I'm going to tell you is the real life story of how I have transferred into my journey. So please, stay with me, please. So, the journey started in 2017. We wanted to build an app. We didn't have the money. The developers charged us, the first developer charged us 200 million. The second developers, which we find very comfortable, they charged us 100 million. But we didn't have this money. As I'm talking to you, I didn't even have 1 million. My net worth then was about 800,000 below. So I was looking for ways. I have a couple of businesses I manage, of course. But there's a favorite bank I bank with. I went to the bank. I consulted. I said, this is what I need. In 2017, how many of you are into cryptocurrency here? If you know, in 2017, there were limited access of crypto in Nigeria. Are you aware of that? There were limited access. To buy crypto is very, very difficult. So what we do, we swing into action. We met the bank. We needed just 100 million. I asked the bank manager, this is what we have. I narrated my proposal, everything on the paper, everything in my head. The bank manager responded. He said, I'm sorry, we do not accept your type of business. That would have been the end of this dream. When I got home, I remember before I go to the bank, I wore my best clothes. This clothes was a cloth I got for almost $200 of 2007. You know what $200 is? I wore it thinking my appearance will please the bank. But I didn't know it wasn't my appearance that will please the bank. What was going to please the bank was either my reputation or my financial record. Although my financial record was also good because we are doing a very good turn up on the business. All I just needed was a Nigeria that can support my dream and say, please, if this is what you're going to build, let's give you a supervision, go and build what you want to build. Because I told the bank manager, if he can give us from 2017 to 2020, we are going to process a transaction worth $1 trillion. He said he knows that is possible. But unfortunately, the bank do not support this type of your business. So, if you notice, the major problem we have in Nigeria today is lack of financing to the youth. Are you aware? A lot of youth has dreams, but they don't get financing. I went home that day. I slept in my room. I stood up. I cried. I was depressed for 48 hours. I wanted to kill myself because I told myself this dream will not die with me. I needed to do something. But ladies and gentlemen, I took myself up. I picked myself up. I went to the drawing board. Already I'm a salesman. I told myself, why not use what I have to get what I want? I consulted. I created a Telegram group. Back then, cryptocurrency teaching is very limited. You hardly can find anyone who can teach you crypto for free. They can either charge you $500 or $1,000. So what I did was simple. I gathered more than 2,500 people. I told them I'm going to teach you crypto for free, but I didn't share them the original vision. What I wanted is this. If I teach you crypto for free, At the end of the day, if all of us gathered just $200, we can go up to $200,000 and build this app, and we distribute the shares to everybody. That was my idea, but I didn't communicate this with them. I went ahead. I did what I know best. I teach them crypto from 2019 till 2020-21. While I was teaching them crypto, I keep learning myself, because the more you teach, the more you learn. If you teach something 5 times, you have learned it 5 times. Why the person you're teaching must have learned it just 1 time. So all this why, if I tell you to invest in crypto, I'm not just telling you, I'm also investing in crypto. Back then, crypto was just 2 million, 1 million, 1.5, which is Bitcoin as of then. So we keep on buying. Whatever amount I get, I keep on buying. The break came in 2021. Bitcoin went to 67,000. Some of us who bought at 2 million, we jumped to 40 million. Our dream was funded. I came to the group. I said, look, this is the vision right now. We want to build a crypto exchange. This is the idea. That was in 2021. And guess what? Out of 2,500 people, not up to 5% queue in. That is where you see that. Don't just look at the size of people you have. A lot of them are not actually in the same vision with you. They are not in the same mission with you. So at the end of the day, I got just a few people with enough money I have here. We venture in. In 2022, we were able to build Savita app, and Savita app started running. In 2023, we launched the app. As the app was running, by 2023, in just 1 year, when Savita was built, salesman, remember, I do a rapid marketing. So when the app was built, I wanted the app to go more far. I consulted a lot of partners from the US, from the UK. They gave us their API, which means someone can, from the US, buy crypto with their card. As soon as, in 2023, just use your Google. I don't want to mention the figures. We did tremendous amounts in trading volume. The US contacted the Apple. They said they should remove our app from the Apple store immediately. The same thing, they contacted Google that they should ban us. You know what they asked us to do? That we should get a license for 195 countries of the world, and each license costs more than 100,000. How are we going to get the money? Now, this is where it comes. We have a very good government who helps the youth. They can actually, their policies can help us. Other apps thrive here, but ours cannot thrive in their region. They only limited us only to Nigeria. And our revenue doesn't come from Nigeria, it comes from abroad. So this is a problem that a lot of tech entrepreneurs are facing, but they might not come out and say it because they don't even know who to tell. So before then, in 2020, when we launched Savita, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, which is Google, they block us from every access to make advertisements. Today, we have more than 75,000 users without the use of Facebook, without the use of Google, without the use of any social media to advertise. Please, a round of applause for us. It's not easy. So what I'm trying to encourage you here is that they might stop you, but if you stop yourself, it's going to be a problem for you. So we keep going. So during this time, I made a promise. Please, it's important you understand that there is no wealthy person who made it to the top who didn't make a sacrifice or a promise. And you must make a promise. Now, I made a promise. I said, God, if you can let me build this my dream, there is one thing I will not do. And that is coming every day to beg you for money to start up another business. I promise I will going to manage this business properly till I die and pass it to the next generation. So you must make a promise to yourself. Some people promise that whenever they make it, they will be building houses for the less privileged every year. So you have to make a very vital promise. I promise myself that I'm not going to mismanage any fund that comes into my hand. That I will maintain it, and I will not come crying to God every day that I need money again throughout till I die. And that is my promise. So you must make a promise to yourself under your dream, under your goals. Very, very important. All right. The second thing I'm going to talk about is wealth of reputation and character. Now, if I have had Dangote as my in-law, and I went to the bank, do you think that the bank was going to tell me the same story? Do you think the bank is going to tell me the same story? They would have given me the loan outrightly. And had it been we got the loan in 2019, we are going to do more numbers that we have done now. Okay? So, your reputation will generate wealth for your generation. Your reputation you built today will generate wealth for your generation to come. It's very, very important. That's why on anything you're building, you must have a very good reputation so that when they mention your name, it will sound good and welcoming in the world. The next thing is reliability. This has to do with your character. Are you reliable? If money enters your hand, how are you going to manage it? I've met a couple of friends who tell me, why not use this money and japa? Why not use people's money and run? You had it, it's happening all over Nigeria. A lot of people, once people gather money, they move. Now, let me tell you something. You ask yourself, do you want to be wanted all through your life? Do you want to be wanted? Do you want to stay wanted in the Interpol, FBI, EFCC all through your life? That's the first question you have to ask. A lot of people, they know what they do. They will just go and pack police, every kind of this, and guide themselves. But at the end of the day, remember, just one day. So are you reliable? Now, in the earlier days of our crypto trading, there is one guy. I don't know him because in this platform, how we do it, we trade anonymously. I wanted to sell 4 million to him, so he sent me the cash. I sent him the coin. So he mistakenly sent me 40 million. And I didn't know. So when the money came into my account, I didn't need the money. I didn't want to use the money for anything. So the money went there. I dropped my phone. In the next 30 minutes, my phone kept buzzing. So I checked the phone. I tried to open the message. What I was seeing, please respond. I want to commit suicide. Please, please, help me. Send back my money, please. I wrote him, I said, just relax. You are in the right hand. That was the only thing I said. I asked for his account number. I refunded him the money. I refunded him 36 million as of then. He's asked for my number. He called me. He said he could have taken his life. Now, it's not that the money cannot be tracked, maybe going to police to track it and all of that. He can still do all those things. But something is here. I didn't want him to stress himself. That is the reliability. Are you reliable? Because the universe is also watching. Are you reliable? When money enters your card, it's happening all over social media. They're asking when someone mistakenly credits 100 million to you, what are you going to do? Some people say, Otilo. Is it not? So please, are you reliable? At the end of the day, I saved him from committing suicide, and I also saved my own reputation. So it's very, very important. So the next thing we're going to talk about now is the financial wealth, which is the main reason why we are here. And before we talk about this financial wealth, I will just round it up with a story. It's about a community that doesn't have water. To fetch water, they have to go far, far down the river. Then a man came one day. He connected pipe from the river to the village. It took him almost 10 years to connect that pipe. And at the end of the day, the water comes from the pipe to the village, and he's selling it to the villagers. Instead of the villager going thousands of miles to fetch the water. At the end of the day, this man is now making the money. This is just a simple way on how wealth is built. You have to have patience, which is and a lot of us today, I know this is one thing we are lacking in this generation. We don't have patience. You employ someone today, the person wants to steal from you tomorrow. The last one that happened in January this year, we are doing some testing. And one of our employees, he waited. We were awake throughout the night doing some upgrade. Just a slight moment I slept off. The guy went and withdrew $49,000 immediately. And this money these are people's money. He withdrew it. He has already cashed in 2 million. And the system flagged the transaction, keeping it pending because that's how we built it. Because when huge amounts come, it has to flag it and keep it so we can take a review. Before then, he has already cashed in 2 million. So when we found out, immediately, We dismantled the transaction and we were able to reverse back the money. But the 2 million was gone. But at the end of the day, we still heard him and he brought back the money. So this is the problem with a lot of, and this person I'm telling you is just 21 years old. So there's a problem today in Africa, especially in Nigeria. I know that things are hard, but do you want to kill the company you're working for? If you know what the company is going through itself, you will not even try to kill it. So it's a problem. So we must have patience, the patience to build wealth, which is very, very important. So what is your dream? Can you tell us about your dream? Now I'm going to do something because this one is a very, very important segment. I'm going to call just two persons. I'm going to point. Please, if I point you, come please. You. Yes, this person, yes. Come please. You come. Yes, please. Two of you should come. Please get a microphone because I want to ask very, very important question. All right, please, I want you to tell the audience, because a lot of dignitaries are here, they might pick interest in whatever you say and help you. I want you to detail your dream. This is what I want in my life right now. This is a business I want to build. This is how much I need to build it. This is how much it will be generating monthly. This is how the revenue is going to be. This is how many employees going to employ. This is what I just want you to detail for me right now. In just 30 seconds, please.
My name is Helem Kalabo. And the business I'm very much interested in is filmmaking and media production. Now, already, I am a scriptwriter, and I already started making short films. But, yes, as he said, sometimes financing is the issue. So, if I could have an amount of, let's say, 5 to 10 million.
A moment, please pause. You see, stand up, please. Say your own.
Good afternoon, everyone. Just like I already said, my name is Oguzie Joyce Chamaka, and I'm 500 level agricultural student. And just like every other person, I'm stuck in between the line of thinking of what I want to be after school and how to get the proper funding. I want to venture into production of farm produce solely because that is what I went to go and study in school. And I would appreciate if I get the funds to venture, even if it's poultry production or fish farming. Because I'm a starter, I would need roughly 2 million naira to start up a fish production.
Please, a round of applause for her. All right, please, you forgot to mention, how much is your, if you start out with 2 million, how much are you going to be making in a year?
Minus my capital, I'll be making up to 3.5 million a year.
3.5 million in a year. All right, round of applause, please. All right, go ahead. Yes.
Okay. So like I said, 5 to 10 million. And then I will need about 10 people who will join my production. I've already mapped out a list of what they will be doing for me. And then in a year, we could actually be making about, let's say, 30 to 50 million based on the quality of production. And also, we were able to expand the horizon of our production making empire.
All right, it's okay. Thank you so much. All right, this is the reason I call them out is something I want to let you know, because this is a problem you might have in the pursuit of your dream. It's very important. Now, let me share my dream with you. I want to build a resort, just like Disney Park, and it will cost me 5 trillion naira to build it. And my expected revenue every year, because to enter the resort, in a year, more than 50 million will come to that resort. So to enter, just the passage fee for 12 hours is 2,000 naira. And we're going to be gulping up to 100 billion every single year in revenue from just the gate pass alone. So that is my dream. So you see, when you come out in the platform, you want to talk about your dream, you have to be plain, because you have to recite it in your mind a lot of times. Because a lot of people are listening. Someone might pick interest in what you do, and want to fund your dream, but because you're not specific, you say just because of 5 or 10. No, you said I want 10 million. You see what I said? I said I want 5 trillion. I didn't mention 5 points. I said I didn't say 5 or 6. I say 5. And I told you that this is the expected revenue every year. And this is how many people we are going to be accommodating every year. Now, the number, we might surpass it because I put it at the minimum, but I don't care to raise it up. I say 50 million people in a year. So that's how plain you have to be about your dream. So I just wanted to clarify that. Thank you so much for coming. Please, I'm going to give the two of them 50,000 naira. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to just give you 5 skills that can build you wealth in this 21st century. Please take notes. Number 1, build a scalable and online hustle. Build a scalable and online hustle. That's take your laptop and your phone, build an online business. Let me give you an idea. Dropshipping. How many of you are into dropshipping here? How many? Okay. Dropshipping, you can integrate your location to be foreign, and you can stay online and ship products worth $5,000 in revenue in a month. It's very so. Go and learn about it. Dropshipping. Sell it on the apps like TikTok Shop, Shopify, and this Instagram. You know what I'm talking about. So the digital courses, you can look into digital courses. The second thing I'm going to talk about is this high demanding skills such as AI. Just like they talk about, they have already told you everything about AI. So venture into it. The third thing I'm going to talk about is invest early in this consistent and index fund and diversified index, which is like cryptocurrency, like you can see. Had it been I didn't buy Bitcoin, had it been I didn't teach people how to use crypto, how to access crypto back then, I wouldn't have been here talking to you today. So you must invest early. There's a lot of cryptocurrency out there which you can invest right now that can also give you high returns in 5 to 10 years to come. Very, very important. And I heard about these treasure bills, which is currently going on right now. You can also look into it. All right, the third thing you're going to talk, the third skill here is monetization of your content, content creation. A lot of people are rich today through content, so please look into content creation. And please, if you're going to talk content creation, don't be jack of all trade. Don't be jack. If you want to go into fitness and talk about fitness and do fitness only. Don't do this and do. If you want to go into finance only. If you want to go into fintech only, don't be jack of all trade and master of none. It's very, very important. So that is how your content will move. Then the last problem, the last thing you're going to use and make money in this generation is farming and recycling. How many of you are into recycling business here? None of you. Are you into recycling? Everybody is into tech, but you don't know that the recycling business is turning off more than $100 billion in America alone yearly. So why are you not into it? Go into recycling business. Order for the machines. The machines are available right now. 3 or 4 million, you get it, and you're making a lot of money. The next thing is farming. Farming is also important. So that being said, rounding up here, we are going. The last thing I'm going to talk about is wealth transfer. Transferring your wealth from you to the next future generation. What is it all about? Your parents has built wealth. Now is your time to inherit. The question is, can you manage it? Because this is where the problem is coming. This is one of the biggest problems our baby boomers generation has with the millennial and Gen Z of today. A lot of Gen Zs and millennials are mismanaging their generation wealth. So can you manage it? You will see a Gen Z going to buy a Lamborghini of $10 million, $2 million in a fund that the grandfather has saved for years. But it's your duty to manage the money, save the money for the next generation, and manage it well. Then bringing it all together, your personal actions to take. Number 1, create wealth actively. Don't just wait for salary. Please and please, if you're in this room today, it means that you are not someone who is waiting for a job and a salary. You are someone who needs to build. So build and don't wait for salary, because there are more than 700,000 people graduating every day from Nigeria. Who is going to employ those people? So it's your responsibility to build. Build so they can employ people. Thank you. Then the last on my list is support for distribution, push for education skills, which is very, very which is the last thing I'm going to talk about, and it has to do with our politics, ladies and gentlemen. In today's politics in Nigeria, I can say that the people who are governing do not value education, and it's affecting us. It's affecting us so much, we business people. Something that we spend 250,000 to run before in a day, now we spend 850,000. But this is something that the government could have solved. Let me just give you a clue. We used to buy diesel. Our diesel consumption in a day was 250,000, but right now it's 800 and something thousand. So how are we going to survive as a business? The workers are complaining that they can no longer pay their transport to come to work. We have to top money for them for transportation every day. We have to top their salary just to retain them. And this is a problem with the economy. And what are we supposed to do? Nigeria consumes 60 million liters of petrol every day. And this 60 million, we know that crisis in energy will always come anytime. How are we going to solve this? The government has a responsibility to keep a reserve in case of times like this. We only use 60 million, and with 800,000 barrels, we can produce that 60 million we use. Why can't the government subsidize, use the 800,000 barrels and make sure we curb this menace that is rising petrol and diesel? So that at the end of the day, when the war has gone, the subsidy will help keep the petrol and diesel afloat, not rising more than the 700. After the war is gone, we will now keep on shipping about 1.6 million barrels a day. Because we used to ship 1.6 million barrels a day. Now, we have to cut it. Let's ship 800,000 and use 800 to sustain ourselves. But guess what? Our government didn't plan for this. We didn't plan for this thing that is coming. And if it goes more than this, the cost of living will keep on going more and more, and it's going to affect everybody. I believe it's affecting everybody. No one should pretend about it. So going forward, I want you to understand it's not just about building wealth. When you're building wealth, build your influence so that when you get to politics, you will be part of the people who will change this scenario of where we have uneducated people occupying the seat of government and they're not doing anything about it. And these people are always at the forefront. They are not educated. Go to their history. They all bought certificates. And even though they went to university true, they are not well enlightened to know the problems that we are facing in business. And if small businesses face, a nation face. So we must, as a matter of fact, make sure that as we are here today, we will be preparing ourselves to take over the future generation and make sure that we take over and do the right thing. Thank you and God bless you.